Sony just dropped their new flagship wireless headphones, the WH-1000XM6s, and they're calling these the best noise cancelling headphones in the world. Big claim. We're gonna explore all of that and see what exactly is new with these headphones compared to the XM5s and if it's a worthy upgrade. I'm really excited for this video because the original XM5s have been my go-to pair of headphones for like a very long time. I've been using these pretty much ever since they came out. And the thing is, it's not like I haven't tried others. I've tried the Bose, I've tried the AirPod Maxes, I've tried even the Sonos, right? So when Sony reached out to me and they're like, Tausif, we're coming out with the XM6s. Boy, oh boy, I was super excited. So let's dig into this. I want to first take a look at the design, the legacy, what's exactly changed. And right off the bat, I can tell you the case is quite a bit smaller. Like it is actually noticeably smaller in height-wise and in width-wise as well, it's slightly smaller. XM5s had like a tapered finish, so thickness is a tough one to gauge. But if you look at the back here, they're actually pretty much about the same, I'd say. But yeah, in terms of overall footprint, quite a bit smaller than the XM5s. Now, the other big thing that comes out right away is now they have a magnetic latch system, which is so nice. I hate having to fiddle with these like zippers, right? Like it's pretty annoying. It makes a lot of noise. So wherever you're like, if you're like not trying to wake somebody up and he's like, zzz, like right off the bat, you've already failed. So I love the magnetic clasp and it's nice and quick and easy to get to your headphones. Just open it up and boom, there you have it. Now let's take a look at the actual headphones, okay? This is so exciting. My goodness. Okay, these are nice. So right off the bat, look, I'm so happy they finally made them foldable. Like we've been asking for this for so long. Like I remember Sony reached out to me. We had a dinner with them and they were asking me how could they fix the XM5s. First thing I told them was, I need them to be foldable. Now, if you didn't want to take this case with you even, you could literally fold these up as small as this and kind of just throw them into your bag. Like this is so much more manageable to take around with you. Like if you're traveling or if you're doing anything else, this is really good. I really like this. You also have this nice little pocket here to store it. There's a charging cable. I tossed it up because it was USB-A to USB-C. That's my one gripe with this case. Why don't they just put USB-C to USB-C? Everybody's pretty much switched over. The cable on this thing, it's like this, it's not like a cloth braided material, but it's like this, it's a really nice feeling pair of aux cables, I will say that, okay? The actual headphones still have that really nice light feeling finish that the XM5s had. So if you like that soft touch material, you're gonna love these as well. The actual mechanism and everything, it's pretty much the same thing that we had before. But I will say right off the bat, I can notice one more difference, which is this headband here seems a little bit wider in order to fit your head better. So let me go ahead and throw these on and see if that actually makes a difference. Now, in terms of comfort and portability, having this headphone on my head for quite some time now, I'll say that the wider headband is actually really nice and it kind of spreads it out a little bit more on your head. The feeling is so much better versus having a much thinner headband. They do feel quite a bit comfortable. Now, in terms of colors, they have this white, the black, and these blue ones. I really like these blue ones. I was a little bit on the fence between the white and the blue because I've had the black from last year and they're nice, but the blue ones are like, it's like a really nice blue. I really like how these came out. This is the reason why I've stuck with the XM series from Sony, because these things are the most comfortable headphones that I've used, period. Compared to the AirPod Maxes, they're lighter, they feel softer, they feel nicer to hold and use and wear. The Sonos was like a nice middle ground, but these ones, I think, man, with everything and like how Sony made them even foldable, like they've really won me over with this, because compared to the Beats, that was one of the big reasons why a lot of people liked the Beats Pro. I think it was a Beats Studio Pro. I did a whole video on it. But with these guys, now, like, there's no comparison. Like, this will hands down take on the Beats. I think, like, whatever the Beats had on these, this is fighting back. The actual ear cups, like, these are some of the softest and best feeling ear cups on the market. I love how Sony does these really well. And even with, like, the cushioning up top, in terms of comfort, these are elite. It's like little touches that Sony does. Like, for example, on the ear cups, I don't know if you can see, but there's this like really slight tiny like little bit of a dot that's built in, so when you pick up these headphones you automatically feel for it and you know where exactly it is, so when you put it on you know the left cup has the dot, so it's like in a pinch you don't even have to like, oh, which one's right, which one's left. So that little touches like that are really nice. Now the other thing that Sony mentioned is that they've changed how the buttons and the layout is, because this makes it easier for you to use without having to guess which one is what. You see, like in the previous Sony headphones, both the power button as well as your you know, noise cancellation, ambient, and all of that are pretty much the same sort of. They're, even though one is shorter, sometimes you do get confused, like which one is which, what's the power button. So they've changed that now. So now you have the power button that is kind of recessed, so it's kind of sunken in here, so you know exactly where the power and the Bluetooth button is, and then you have the noise cancellation and ambient sound technology button there. You still have the same pause, play, pause, touch, swipe controls on the actual ear cups, so that is good. Let's talk about the noise cancellation of these actual headphones. One area where I was really hoping Sony would do a better job in is transparency mode. Definitely much better. Definitely much better. I still think Apple does it slightly better, and you can tell that they've really paid attention to their sound profile here. The voices were really clear, the bass was excellent. Sony's also saying there's a new driver unit in this now with rigid dome and perforated voice coil. Upgraded 360 reality audio with spatial sound upmixing for immersive movie watching or gaming. So I'm gonna be testing this out on the plane. I'm gonna be watching movies on these things, and basically these will also give you spatial surround sound and all of that good stuff that you are going to get with pretty much all the top headphones nowadays. I'm excited to see how these actually compare to those, but yeah, it has pretty much all the bells and whistles. Let me go into noise cancellation, okay? Oh, wow. This is so good. This is so good. This is such a cool feature. I think they had this last year as well. But like, let's say somebody comes by, you don't have to like pause your noise cancellation or anything. All you gotta do is this. It automatically switches to transparency mode, so you can hear the person talking to you, and the music's still playing at the back, and then when you let it go, it goes back. I'm genuinely, like, I'm not saying this just for the video. Sony's not paying me anything, like, and they don't get to review this video, they don't get to see this video before this goes out, and this is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, but that is probably one of the best sound qualities that I've heard in a while. The way that the voice comes out crystal clear, but the bass is also there, and the noise cancellation is the best noise cancellation. Like, usually when I have headphones on, like, the noise cancellation hurts my head because of the pressure buildup, and I've had that across the board with pretty much any headphones I wore. Up until now, the AirPod Max was the best ones for me for the pressure buildup. These, I think, take the cake. Like, I've had it on noise cancellation. I don't feel that pressure build up. Sony was basically saying that they have a new chip in here for the noise cancellation, which is 7 times faster and better compared to the older headphones. Also, they now have 12 microphones. I think they only had 8 before. You also have something now called the adaptive noise cancellation system. So basically, it rather than the auto that was in prior headphones where it's just on, it'll kind of adapt to your situation and your setting. So if there's like a really loud noise when you're walking by some construction or you're on the plane, it'll kind of adapt according to what's happening in your surroundings and give you noise cancellation according to that. I'll be doing a long-term review because I'm actually flying out today. I'm filming this video before I leave. I'm flying to Taiwan and I'm gonna be taking these things with me. So if you're interested, make sure you guys check out my travel accessories video where I'm gonna probably give you guys a proper actual real world usage review of these things after fully testing them out on my trip. You get 30 hours with noise cancellation and 40 hours without noise cancellation. You can quick charge these in 3 minutes and get up to 3 hours of listening. So if you wanted to, you know, head to the gym or something like that, just plug it in for 3 minutes if they're dead and you'll get 3 hours of battery life. Question comes, what are we thinking, Tausif? XM5s to XM6. Is this worth the upgrade? This is a tough, I'm just kidding, it's not tough. I think these are definitely worth it. I'm just so impressed with what they've done with these headphones this year that I think they are actually worth the upgrade from the XM5s to the XM6s, because it's not like Sony releases these like phones where you get a new one every year. You get like basically once every, you know, few years that this is upgraded. So if you buy them now, you basically have the longest amount of time where you can use this before the next XM7 comes out. You're getting better sound quality, you're getting better noise cancellation, you're getting better call quality, you're getting better comfort, you're getting much better portability and foldability, you're getting a much nicer case. there's enough here for me to justify a jump from the XM5s to the XM6s in my opinion. So in my opinion, yeah, this is an upgrade. It's a very rare thing because usually in the tech world, I don't recommend upgrading from the last gen, but because there's enough time difference between the last gen and this one, and we're probably not gonna see XM7s for like another couple years, I think these are worth the jump in my personal opinion. And compared to the other headphones, like the Sonos Ace and the AirPod Max and the Beats Studio Pros and everything, I think I can say hands down, Sony's are the clear winner here. It's not even a competition anymore because the few things that other headphones did better, I think Sony has come back with. And now even this comfort for like the gym and everything like, these are super comfortable. They feel light enough on your head for long editing sessions. I think these are an absolute win. I think Sony has crushed it with these pair of headphones. So if you're in the market for a pair of over-ear headphones, look no further. Check this out. If you thought this video was beneficial, helpful, you enjoyed it, please check out the link in the description down below to pick one of these guys up. If you want to see my actual real world life use review, because I'm going to be traveling with these again, so I'm going to be using these extensively. So make sure you guys are subbed to the channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in one of these two videos.